In 2015, a new online forum quietly appeared. It was small, rough, and built by a teenager in his bedroom in Portugal. The site was called RaidForums, and its creator, a 14-year-old named Diogo Santos Coelho, went by the alias Omnipotent. What began as a simple message board for pranksters soon became one of the largest English-speaking hacking communities in the world. At first, it seemed harmless. Teenagers were using raid forums to organize raids on Twitch streamers, spamming chats, flooding streams with fake calls, and pulling pranks live on camera. The word raid, now used by Twitch to mean sending viewers to another channel, once meant something very different. It was a form of harassment that came from the early internet's darker corners, a tradition inherited from sites like 4chan. On 4chan, groups of users would swarm a website, overwhelm games, or disrupt communities simply for entertainment. In 2006, a group famously targeted the children's game Habbo Hotel, blocking entrances with identical avatars and declaring pools closed. It was the early internet's version of chaos for fun, a shared joke built on confusion and outrage. This behavior migrated into live streaming. In 2012, pranksters began calling into shows like the Jesus chat line, baiting the hosts while thousands watched. Trolling had become theater. It no longer required hundreds of people. A single person could provoke a viral reaction in seconds. By 2014, Twitch had exploded in popularity after being acquired by Amazon for nearly $1 billion. Alongside its growth came an explosion in trolling. YouTubers uploaded raiding compilations, turning harassment into content. One of those creators befriended Diogo. The videos often began with a half-joking disclaimer, "I'm just the cameraman. My friends are doing the bad stuff." Then came clips of streamers being manipulated, frightened, or humiliated in real time. One video showed a streamer being told to heat his laptop battery. "See your battery?" a voice said. "Yeah, it's probably going to blow up. Turn it off." "Okay," the streamer replied. "Just leave it there for a while." Within minutes, smoke filled the screen. These videos attracted tens of thousands of subscribers before YouTube repeatedly banned them. Diogo, inspired by his friend's notoriety, decided to create a more permanent home for this growing subculture. On January 1st, 2015, at just 14, he launched RaidForums. His mission was simple, to provide a stable platform for Twitch raiders. The forum quickly gained traction. It was chaotic, full of children pretending to be hackers. Members competed to outdo one another, recording pranks, leaking jokes, and trading scripts to spam chats faster. But soon, the tone changed. Some users began posting malicious software designed to delete files or hijack webcams. Others shared guides on doxing, finding and publishing private information about streamers to intimidate them. Within months, the forum had evolved from prank coordination to organized online harassment. In 2017, a RaidForums user even swatted a streamer named Ice Poseidon, calling in a fake bomb threat as he boarded a plane. Later, the same user demanded $300 a month to stop the attacks. What began as childish mischief was turning into a crime. As the community aged, so did its ambitions. By late 2017, RaidForums began to mimic an older, semi-legal site called HackForums, whose owner was omniscient. He clearly inspired Diogo's username, Omnipotent. But while HackForums maintained some boundaries against illegal activity, Diogo erased them completely. RaidForums introduced new sections devoted to hacking tools, financial fraud, account trading, and, most infamously, database leaks. In modern times, data is currency. Every company collects it, but many fail to protect it. By 2021, more than 4,000 data breaches had exposed over 22 billion records worldwide. Hackers stole databases, sold or used them for blackmail. RaidForums became a central marketplace for this digital contraband. At first, members re-uploaded old leaks, already public, mostly harmless. But over time, the original hackers themselves began joining the site, posting newly stolen databases, often containing millions of private records. Some sold them for cryptocurrency, others leaked them for clout. The forum's leaks section became infamous. Major corporations like T-Mobile and Capital One discovered their stolen customer data had surfaced there. Because scams were common in underground markets, Diogo created a middleman service. Buyers would send him the payment in Bitcoin, and sellers would send him the stolen data. Once both sides confirmed, he'd release the trade. Investigators later traced one of his wallets, which had received 127 Bitcoin, worth around $4.3 million at the time of the transaction. RaidForums became so influential that cybersecurity analysts and journalists monitored it daily for new breaches. It had become the first stop for fresh leaks, and the FBI took notice. The central question was no longer what RaidForums was, but who ran it. Agents began following the money. The forum used a credit system. Users could buy credits with cryptocurrency to unlock data. In 2017, US authorities traced one of the Bitcoin wallets linked to these payments. It led straight to a Coinbase account registered in the name Diogo Santos Coelho, complete with his Portuguese address and a photo of his national ID. The feds now knew who Omnipotent really was, but they needed more to build a case strong enough for extradition. The opportunity came in 2018. Diogo, now 18, flew to the United States on vacation. After a 15-hour flight, federal agents armed with a search warrant met him. They seized his laptop and phone, discovering countless messages from RaidForums' internal systems and a Discord account tied to the same alias. Yet, unbelievably, none of it was encrypted. Investigators could browse everything in sight. Regardless, Diogo was released without charge. Feeling invincible, he later emailed the FBI directly, using the same email linked to his RaidForums account, asking for his confiscated devices back. In the email, he admitted that he was indeed omnipotent, confirmed his home address, and attached a copy of his identification. He had essentially given them all the evidence they needed. By late 2018, agents also discovered that he was running a side business selling stolen credit card data. Using the alias Downloading, he listed 2.3 million cards for sale at $25,000. Undercover FBI agents negotiated to buy half for $4,000. After receiving the payment, Diogo vanished, blocking the account and keeping the money. He had unknowingly scammed the FBI itself. When they realized what had happened, officers emailed him through another alias, threatening to reveal his identity if he didn't cooperate. For once, he ignored them. It didn't matter. He had already sent them sample data containing real card numbers. Investigators confirmed the cards were genuine, traced the victims, and collected statements proving the theft. For the next 3 years, the FBI kept gathering evidence. They made controlled purchases, tracked his cryptocurrency transactions, and monitored the forum. In May 2021, they secured a warrant for his arrest. But Portugal moved slowly, and Diogo remained free. That changed in January 2022, when he flew to the United Kingdom to visit his sick mother. There, British police arrested him on behalf of the United States. While Diogo sat in custody, RaidForums suddenly went offline. Members were logged out, and a message appeared on the homepage: "This domain has been seized." Security researchers quickly confirmed that the site's domain now pointed to servers operated by US law enforcement. The FBI had not only taken the website down, but had also turned it into a honeypot, capturing IP addresses and login attempts from users still trying to access it. After 7 years online and over 500,000 registered members, RaidForums was gone. Yet, as with most things on the internet, it didn't end there. Within 2 weeks, a prolific member known as Pom-Pom Purin created a successor. It looked identical, same layout, same color scheme, even the same favicon. The cycle began again. Meanwhile, Diogo Santos Coelho, then 21, faced extradition to the United States and decades in prison. Prosecutors argued that while his platform facilitated millions of dollars in cybercrime, he personally earned only about $215,000, roughly $30,000 a year. Not bad for a teenager in Portugal, but too little for the risk he had taken. In August 2022, a British court granted him bail, ruling that he was unlikely to flee because of his mother's illness and his family's limited finances. But American authorities worried that if he returned to Portugal, extradition would become impossible. Whether he faces trial in the United States remains uncertain. What is clear is that stopping RaidForums did not stop data breaches. New sites quickly filled the vacuum, each learning from the last. For Diogo, the story serves as a grim reflection of the internet's darker evolution. A bored teenager built a playground for trolls, only to create one of the largest cybercrime markets in the world. He never hid behind firewalls or encryption, never believed the rules applied to him, and in the end, the arrogance of youth, combined with the scale of the damage, brought him down. From a bedroom in Portugal to a global FBI operation, the story of RaidForums captures a simple truth of the digital age. The line between mischief and crime is thinner than ever.